Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your June reading. We're here for you. And let me tell it to you in this way, Sagittarius. Right from the get-go, listen. You are here for them too. I'm hearing it in this way. Like, there's something that you're assisting in the space of Sag for a number of you. This is something that I'm hearing Scorpio very strongly. You could be working with a Scorpio. There's something that you feel you're even like you're solving an equation of. I don't know what that's like. The Sun of Cups. For you, maybe even assisting. Yeah, you're mediating some space possibly. Let's get all the cards out. We got the card of the Empress. Wow. Hold on. Right off the bat, I'm seeing like something is brought to your attention. It's like I'm even seeing somebody walks into your office. This came through in the Pisces reading. Pisces June. No, it's like someone like runs into your room. I'm hearing Scorpio with Scorpio even with Scorpio's documents. Okay, then someone runs it, or well, whatever it might be. It could be an aspect also of your being. There's something maybe you're that's being brought to a point of consciousness. For you, you're like, oh my God, I see it clearly now. I'm hearing that as well. But for a number of you, there's something that is brought to your attention. Like again, I'm seeing someone runs into your room. Even they're like, Sagittarius, oh my God. Look at what they wrote me. I'm hearing that as well. Look what they wrote. I'm hearing that with the Mother of Wands in reverse, Empress of Right. Now, somebody dealing with an Aries. I'm hearing AP tester, Justice here. And they are very, like, they got something with, like, their opinions. I don't want to say they're judgmental. The Father's Rose reverse higher form, right? They're very, like, they could have a lot of Libra in their chart, a lot of air in their chart. I'm hearing Persephone. 10 of Pentacles.
Can we talk one-on-one, Sag? Amidst the horns. So, took a little break from your reading, and I was like, what's this? Actually, I realized that, it was a recording. So, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break. So I left the studio. I'm walking, and lo and behold, we're here with those horns for you, Sagittarius. It is time, and I think that time's up to also call it out. I don't know what that's going to, but it's funny because Sag, like the last few readings, specifically though, there have been like alerts going off in your readings, okay, like all over. But also I've been like inclined to read outdoors for you, Sagittarius. So that was starting back in November, was it? Or even before then, September, August even, yeah. We started doing those outdoor readings for you, and here we are again. Again, Sagittarius, the same road here. And I'm seeing this like little sign that says clean and like a recycling bin icon. So for a number of you, there's something I'm seeing even like you're coming to your reviewing, and it's something from the past that is being brought up. I'm hearing this specifically for a number of you. Like it's like an official document or some series of documents that you're going to amount to make official. And so, yeah, just get prepared with Sagittarius. Could be a series of also contracts. I don't know, take it as you will. But something that's getting even like, I'm hearing mailed out for a number of you, hashed out, defined. I'm hearing even delineated amongst clearly. So you could be kind of like taking heed, taking stock, and then organizing. Okay, Sag, one second, we were recording. Now it's funny because I see this other sign and it says indulge. So what I'm getting, and it's funny, in the last reading that got cut off, there's a very strong focus on direction. I'm hearing order, leadership, and concentration, focus. At the same time, and there are a lot, okay, but at the same time, Sagittarius, I'm seeing that there's a focus on the senses, absolutely. Activation even of the archetype of Venus. I'm like suddenly so drawn to these flowers, like I just want to like engage. I'm here, I want to engage my senses. So possibly for a number you feel, maybe that's what you feel around this time, that, and what are the senses, right? That's so subjective, but everyone has different kind of ways that they tap into things and interact with the world, really, right? So there could be something that you feel maybe even yeah, there are different ways that maybe you're even appreciating or coming to interact with a certain space now of a connection that has maintained. And it's like, well, now I'm the same concept, but I'm just coming into touch with it in a different way. So, and it's funny because there were so many interruptions, like in so many of your readings recently. And it reminds me as well of the Aquarius reading, where I literally took like a break of a day. I started the reading, first 30 seconds, I was like, all right, hold on. Took a full day to get back onto that reading. So for a number of you, possibly there is something that you feel you're experiencing in waves, and it really is not really a matter of time at the end of the day. It's like, oh shoot, like we didn't get it off the ground. Like, are we wasting time? It's like, no, time doesn't really super duper exist in this connection. I'm hearing in this connection for a number of you. It could be an aspect of your being that you feel you are you're kind of you're defining in a new way. I'm hearing that as well. Okay, so I'm feeling a buzz on my wrist now. What's that about? It's very odd. It's like a buzzing on my wrist, but okay. Yeah, so for Nuri, there is like some possible even like kind of alert. I'm seeing the number 2 and 7 here as a focus, and I feel like my phone may die. So I'm going to pause this, make sure that we save this. Okay, we're good, Sag. So, yeah, so what I'm seeing is that in addition, there's something that you're coming into contact with. Again, I'm hearing this way, like in a new way, like the way that is transforming. So the way that you're possibly even interacting, again, I'm hearing with this space, is regenerating in and of itself. So take it as you will. But again, I'm feeling that buzzing feeling, but it's like only when I touch the flowers. I don't know what that's alluding to. All right. And I'm seeing purple everywhere here. So there could be, there's something or some space that you feel is also really sacred. I'm hearing it in that way. And it is a space that requires you to be really, really patient. I think these are lavender flowers. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. It took time though to really like recognize that, but I was really magnetized towards it. So that could also be a focus herb for a number of you, and always heed the advice of your personal practitioner, so on and so forth. Your intuition, heed your personal intuition. But it could be a focus here in some way, even on the archetype of the element of water. I'm hearing that, especially Neptune, and we have Neptune that will be going in retrograde. I believe this month of June. We'll get further into that. But for now, we've got a lot of other planets here. Jupiter, your ruler as well, Sagittarius, that is as well in retrograde. So I'm literally seeing purple everywhere, like everything and anything that possibly could be purple. Like this woman walks by, she's got purple hair. This guy has a blue, super bright purple shirt on. There's a sign here, it's purple, and another gate sign, it's purple, and these flowers are purple. And I'm touching for purple lavender flowers, Sagittarius. So take it as you will. There could be focus on even the crown chakra and ascension. And I'm seeing for a number of you that, yeah, very strongly, even the third eye. But there's something that you're almost like, I'm seeing maroon here as well. It's like woman's wearing a maroon shirt. That color has been coming up big time for a number of you in the past few months. So anywho, there's something maybe even symbolic, like you feel like you're picking up on. It's happening in waves, happening in stages, and possibly for a number of you feel like you're uncovering it. Now, I'm seeing Walker here. I don't know what that's linked to. Take it as you will yet again. 7, I'm seeing very strongly. 2 and 7 very strongly. And it's interesting because my phone is 5%. When I ended the phone call, I was like, or the recording, I was like, oh, I don't want my phone, I'm going to make sure. I ended it more or less. I saw that at 2 minutes and 7 seconds. And it's funny, this guy's walking by and he has a shirt that says "Make History." I don't know what that, take it as you will, right there. And it's a maroon shirt. So, now number 9 can also be a focus, but let's clear that. So yeah, and it was like I look at my phone, I have 5%. 7 minus 2 is 5. So take it as you will. There could be focus on that number sequence, or whatever, the series of numbers. So what I'm seeing though is there is a space where you've really had to be not only patient, but because again, time is not really the archetype of matter here in the space of manifesting this dream. I'm hearing that as well from a number of you. It's more a matter of like how we come to recognize it. So it's almost like, well, I know this concept, but then I step away from it. not because I need time taken away from it to understand it better, but to have that cycle of replenishment. I'm hearing of review, of recycling my story. I'm hearing as well, to better perceive what I want to create with it. Wow. So it's almost like something that you're purifying almost, or you are even like recognizing, releasing, but also ultimately reformatting. I'm hearing the vision space of reforming, so or even revolutionizing. So it is something of a process that is required. I'm hearing it for a number of you in this way, to really lay the foundation of what you feel this dream speaks to for you uniquely. And for a number of you, this is something entrepreneurial. It's something though that you're not really aware of yet. It's something possibly, what is awareness? But you are like, you feel, let me say it this way, you feel like you're moving in a direction where you are like on the brink of creating also your world in a whole new manner. Like maybe you just left an old job and you're like, now it's time to really set the stage for what I feel I also am going to grow within the space of when I sort of quote unquote work in that space. So for a number of you, this is a matter of also tapping into your abilities, your gifts, your higher calling. I'm hearing higher purpose in your blueprint, ultimately with your soul growth. And if you'd like to take a look into that space of the birth chart, we can do that one-on-one if you do feel guided. That is available on the website alchemy.com. Link in the bio box below. I'll put that in there. You can click through there, read more on that. Now, Sag, what I'm seeing is that this is something that it's like, I'm hearing you're also reliving, the space of. So it could be something that, I'm hearing there's a blueprint associated with this space. Something that maybe even you feel you're releasing, and I'm hearing it has to do with history, possibly, or something that you feel you're reliving, something that maybe even for a number of you feel is related to the space that you operate in. Now let's clear that. There is a major space of transformation to the space in which possibly as well that you're operating. So let's say you're like, well, I'm seeing this very strongly, you want to start a new business, but there's a very particular industry that it's related to. I'm seeing maroon everywhere right here, right now. This woman has a maroon colored scarf. Then I see someone else with maroon dyed hair. Okay, and they're walking like right across from each other. So I don't know what that's linked to for a number of you shares. What is up with the whole maroon thing? It's been absolutely like insistent. I'm hearing fireflies. I don't know what that's linked to, but yeah, it's been insistent in the last few months. So now for a number of you, you're connecting the so-called dots. Okay, I'm hearing of your life plan purpose. It's very, very cool. I'm seeing a plane taking off right there. So there could actually be travel involved. It could be travel related. There is something of a focus on, I'm hearing your Lifetime series. I'm hearing movie event. I don't know. Okay. I think My Life is a freaking movie, and it's going to be on a series pretty soon. I'm hearing that as well. Okay, so for a number of you, could actually be creating something that is sort of, it's very interesting. It's like, well, I have these series of experiences, but then I have the space that reflects them in the 3D in a material, tangible way. Maybe you're actually creating something. For a number of you, it possibly is a birth. For a number of you, you've been like really trying. I'm here as related to the concept of management of fire energy. I'm hearing that. Passion. For a number of you, it has to do with performance. You're activating your performative abilities. And I'm seeing maroon again here. So, but this is something that you've tried to do. And I have to like emphasize this really, really strongly here, because it's so obvious. Like I've passed by this one road here for you like so many times, and it's just and it comes in waves and cycles. And I remember even at that, it's funny. See this little sign that says big belly. So take it as you will. Could be something that you're even like, you feel like you're birthing, and it could be an aspect of you. Now again, I'm seeing maroon everywhere right here. Sagittarius. What I'm seeing as well is that this is something that is related to a system, possibly that you want to implement, that you want to create with. It's something maybe even that you feel you are defining, you are designing, and then you are even distributing. I'm hearing that as well. Now, for a number of you, this is something that will draw to scale. It must. It's happening in stages. I'm hearing that as, again. It's like, here's the first wave, here's the second wave. It's a matter, possibly, process of translation. And I'm hearing transitioning, transit. So there could be a focus on the collective. I'm hearing group that might be related to the space, again, your industry possibly being focused, that is in a state of transformation. What I'm getting for a number of you, I'm hearing Aquarius here very strongly. Aquarius related to the 11th house, the concept of innovation, progressive thinking can be what is thinking, what is considered progressive. Take it as you will. Everything is relative, right? All matter of perspective, so take it as you will. Maybe one space in relation to another is progressive, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing. So always, it's not like, oh my God, progressive means XYZ necessarily. So take it as you will. right? But there is possibly a focus on what you feel that you are defining or designing a system for, even to relate to a certain group with. Wow, very interesting. So yes, it's something innovative, highly, highly so. What I'm getting as well for a number of you is that this is something that you repetitively come into contact with the space of. It's something that is, again, cyclical. I'm hearing turns inside out. I'm hearing inside out. You da 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 ba ba da da ba ba ba. Now, for a number of you, this is a place you have in mind, something you want to create. It's actually an actual place, like a piece of land, property, something like that. It's funny because I'm seeing this building and it looks like the lake house. I haven't seen that movie, but it looks like the lake house on the water. So take it as you will. There's something that possibly you feel I'm hearing is even related to turnover. It can be the rate of turnover in terms of also profit. So take it as you will. Love and light to you. Thank you for tuning in. There could be a monetary side, physical side to this space. So thank you again for tuning in, Sagittarius, and we'll jump back into your reading of Sagittarius. Now, what I'm getting as well is that some of these stages of this cycle has really left you like super confused. I'm hearing in this way, like where certain stages maybe like left you so hanging, like so-called hanging. Where you're just like, okay, like maybe even someone tells you like, I need space or I want space. And you're just like, okay, well, why at this time as well? Like why in this way or why in this moment or whatever it is? What is that considered? Right? Always a matter of your interpretation. But like possibly at certain times it just, you knew this very, very clearly. And then we talked about this in the last reading that we did out here. I remember that. It was back, I think in September. Okay. Even August for you, Sagittarius. And it's like, we talked about the concept of, it doesn't really make sense, but I know that is part of why it makes sense as well. So very cool. It's something possibly somewhat abstract, transcendental even. And it's not something that you feel like necessarily you can track or you can define or you can predict. It's kind of unpredictable, possibly. And it requires of you to really, I'm hearing harness your imagination. I'm hearing kind of like I'm hearing go with the flow. I don't know what that might be alluding to for a number of you, but like to kind of, one second, to not like feel like you have to define the process as well. I'm hearing that very strongly, like where you can just indirectly kind of like operate in that space as well without being like, hello, I'm here. Hello, this is my role. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so this is related for a number of you to like a huge venue space. I'm seeing it as related to a huge, I'm hearing body of land as well, possibly for a number of you. This is something related to the concept of ascension. Absolutely for a number of you, it's like, yeah, it is. It's a platform even that you want to start, but it's something that is a plan. But it's funny because it's not only that. It's not just like, hi, I have the plan. You know, it's like, the universe in a certain way is also guiding. I'm hearing this for a number of you in a certain way. I'm hearing for a number of you your story, and I'm seeing the number 4 here. It's like on this placard. So, and it's funny because we were talking about the number 3 a little while back. I don't know if I posted that video. I did another reading here. I was talking about the number 3 on this placard. So there's something that happens, I'm hearing, in stages, and it progresses, but it's not something that you even feel like I'm waiting for or I'm not. It's like I'm on either end of the spectrum. Like I'm not waiting or I am. It's just how I am. I'm hearing absolving the need to orient. One second. To order. I'm hearing the right clothes. I'm hearing this as well for this event. It's like, I don't know how I'm going to dress for this thing. I'm hearing that as well. Like, I don't know what is going to happen. I'm hearing that as well. It is super like undefined. It's like kind of hanging wide open. I'm hearing that. So take it as you will. But it is something that you feel is just a matter purely of your will. And 3:11 there, right on the clock. It's something that is like very kind of, it's like untested. I'm hearing unproven. I'm hearing that as well. It's something maybe even related to technology, related to space. Holy moly. This guy like stepped off of this boat and it literally, I just saw the staff of it and it looked like it was like kind of heading sideways. Okay. Tipping over a little bit. Okay, so yeah, for Norio, it's like, it's exactly this, Sag. It's like the boat, it's like you think, well, you put something in the water, wouldn't it sink? Okay, well, some things float. depending on what they are, right? So there is something for a number of you where it's the illusion in a way. You're like, how is the boat floating? Sort of feeling like it's like the I'm hearing fantastic analogy. Okay. So there is something that possibly, it's funny, this guy's running back to the boat. He's like running down this little lane. And now he's getting back on it. So there's something that maybe is even like, oh, I'm hearing from you held at a remote location. For a number of you, this is related to investment, and you want to build up like a huge property. But you're like, but it's in the middle of nowhere, and like I technically don't have any like also proof that this would, I mean, I also don't necessarily have any like allies in this space that would confirm for me that this is absolutely the right direction to move in. But hey, I'm hearing this is my dream, and I'm hearing that for a number of you. I'm hearing amphitheater. So take it as you will, Sagittarius. We're going to get into the rest of your reading further, and I'll see you there. For a number of you, Scorpio, Sagittarius, really quickly, I'm also getting this note. I'm here, it has to do with data and saving data, a system for saving data. I'm hearing cryptic information. I don't know what that's going to. Okay, boy, Sagittarius. This song. Also, I don't know, felt like I needed to record that, so could be a focus on that song for a number of you. It's like an oldies song. It's kind of like, come dance with me, like let's dance. So for a number of you, you might also find that at times this process is kind of like, you're like, is this a joke? Like, is this taunting? I'm hearing, is the universe taunting me? I'm hearing that as well. Like, what is up with this? You know, I'm hearing shore break and the way that it works with the life of the ocean. Wow, very interesting. And the way that it moves through itself. So it's almost like you're bobbing possibly in and out of as well this like macro and micro perspective and perception of this experience. And at times it can be kind of troubling. I'm hearing confusing, and also at times you feel like there's again no proof for this. Like I'm seeing you even like you're like, something feels so foreign. You're like, you arrive at this like land. You're like, we need to create something here, but it's like barren, something like that. What is considered barren, right? Always take it as you will. It's like, what is considered? Oh, this is something already, and this is a space of potential. Like, what defines like the different stages of the process of creation as one from one another? For a number, I'm hearing we're forming an alliance. I'm hearing with the whales. I'm hearing waves. Okay, I don't know. So there might be something that you're actually involved in, like politically. I don't know. Take it as you will. But something culturally. Yep, for a number of you, big time. But there's a new way. It's a system of seeing things, of even like carrying things out. And so I'm seeing bright neon green here. That could be a focus for me. Bright neon green, yellow. This came through in that Pisces reading with a dog that was adopted. There was a focus on a neon green chair. I specifically remember that. So could be some overlap there. This also, though, for a number of you has to do with the environment. No question, no doubt. I'm hearing has to do with the transformation of that space. Innovation. I'm hearing technology. Innovative technology related to the environment. And it is some sort of system. It has to do with light, I'm hearing, and the grid. Also I'm hearing Mother Earth. I am hearing Gaia. So take it as you will. And this woman comes walking out with this really bright pink sweater. So this actually came through. There was a woman with a black shirt and a pink square on the shirt. And so there could be some focus there as well. Someone's wearing all maroon right now. I feel like so stocky right now. It's not even funny. Okay. When she's gone. Let's get back into the song, Sagittarius. Let's ground, baby. So, okay. Yeah, so again, it's like you literally you bob in and out of this experience in certain ways. So, yes, from the human, sort of so-called human 3D form, and that which is more interpretive. I'm hearing that as well. I'm hearing in the way it is considered a language. Oh, okay, so sure. Before we literally take a dive with these energies, wow, look. Do you see the birds? No. Shoot. National Geographic. Totally missing the shot. Okay. You guys, the birds. Okay, well, next time, hopefully they come back. I feel like I'm talking so loud, but I feel like I'm whispering at the same time, and like I feel like everyone can hear me, which is weird.
Sagittarius, we are back. Let's just actually open the window, get some fresh air in here. And yeah, Sagittarius. Oh my, I'm seeing that there is something that is a very strong focus. This is not opening all the way. Okay. Whatever, Sagittarius. There's something that possibly you feel like, oh my god, like this cycle is so long. I'm hearing in this way, like I'm hearing, are we arrived yet? I'm hearing that, like, are we at Disneyland yet, guys? Please tell me the truth. I'm hearing as well, like, I don't want to feel like I keep getting my hopes up as well, and like I'm hearing this specifically. Where is the cycle going? Now, it's funny because we were just outdoors and we had a whole session with you there, Sagittarius, right? And we went through that concept there a little bit as well, as I feel it. For now, this is something maybe you're working on, even with someone. It could be a mentor, with a number of teachers. It could be spirit guides, take as you will, your higher self, in varying forms. And so let's resettle in. So for now, this is something you routinely, like, you even revisit, and you know the cycle by now. I'm hearing it in this way as well. Now, but for a number of you, it's something that's just like the cycle is just like, do I have to do this? Like, kind of feeling like, I know it's a super long-winded. Also, I'm hearing subject matter, and it's just, if we start with that one question, we will end with a few others. I'm hearing it in that way as well, and so it's like, just beginning on that foot, even starting the cycle off for a number of you is just, it feels perhaps at times daunting. Now, let's jump into it for you, Sag. I'm hearing May 8th might be a key date. Oh, we're in June. Sagittarius, hey, no, we finished May, you alright? Okay, was you something that you still feel like is unresolved? I'm hearing that as well. Possibly something that you feel you're coming back to, or it's almost like what I'm seeing is, again, maybe something came through on May 8th for a number of you. I'm hearing it threw me off. I'm hearing thrown off course. I'm hearing that as well. I'm hearing shelter in place. I'm not sure what that's going to do, but it's something that possibly you felt like, well, I'm going to come back to this. Son of Cups and Reverse. It could be like, okay, well, the space that seems cyclical could be something that will, I'm hearing, be balanced out later, and it's almost like you might find, like, just intuitively that you feel that. Now, okay, I'm hearing, let's lighten up the load. I'm hearing that specifically. Let's find our focus, I'm hearing as well, for this train. I'm hearing that with the Strength card as well, with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. And it's something possibly you're even actually training on. We'll say it in that way as well. It's something that possibly has been a process of, I'm hearing experimentation as well. So let's jump into the reading. Before we do, give me a quick sec here, Sag.
Yeah, it's really interesting, Sagittarius. Because I feel guided to bring the camera closer and, like, now film like this, like, in a more intimate way. I don't know what that's about. But for a number of you, I'm hearing it in this way. Like, this has been a cycle or a process where you felt like faith is really the medium. And it can be a process that's associated with the concept of regeneration, healing, release. But it's, like, possibly something that you've been, I'm hearing, practicing. You're not going to put you're going to put into, like, I'm hearing theory form. Interesting. Okay, so usually we say, when practicing in theory, but, like, then taking action on. But for a number of you, it's something that maybe I'm hearing it's a system that you're even streamlining. So you've been testing it. I'm hearing it this way, like, back and forth, like, left and right. Even getting feedback on this space. It's weird. I feel like it's gonna rain, and it's like all day I've been feeling this pressure building. Like, I feel like it's gonna rain. I wonder if it's gonna rain. Okay, anywho. Now, for a number of Sagittarius, it's like there has been a focus on, I'm hearing the promise. I'm hearing the original promise that perhaps even you made at a certain point in time. I'm taking my watch off right here. Taking the watch off thing was happening back in August, I believe. August, September, October. Specifically more, so applied traditions do, but specifically I believe September, it was really, I was wearing that blue watch and it would fall off every so often in certain readings. So but this is a different watch, this is a digital watch, and it keeps falling off. So for whatever, there's something maybe even that you, like, you're replacing or you're revisiting the space of, or you're regenerating in some way. Again, it could be related to the concept of healing. I'm hearing ancient. Agent. I'm hearing also X. Okay, so I don't know what takes you. Well, what is it related to? I'm seeing like furniture, like really big, tall mirrors, and plasterboard. I don't know what. This is something possibly even related to. I'm hearing archaeology, something maybe you're uncovering. I'm seeing big slabs of stone as well, something that maybe even you're building, constructing. I'm hearing furniture again, housing. There's something maybe even you're developing again. I'm hearing that as well. Okay, so Sagittarius. Now, I'm hearing blue, the color blue, and blue lagoon. I don't know, take it as well, maybe a body of water related, it's some kind of focus on the environment. Now, for a number of you, there's a focus on communication here, real strongly. For a number of you, there is possibly a space that you feel you're actually coaching, perhaps even others through, or that there's a space that you're coaching in, or that others might feel you assist in the space of it some kind of way. And what I'm getting is that, and it could be perceptive, but what I'm getting is that I'm hearing it's been back and forth. It's like we've been playing the tetherball thing. I'm hearing that specifically, like, I throw this ball, I throw that question out, they answer it, then they so something of possibly a feedback loop, something though that you're refining the process of, even can we say in that way. What does it mean to refine instrument space? Oh god, take it as you will. But there's something that I'm hearing you're testing. I'm hearing bathroom stall mirror. I don't know what. Yeah, okay. So this also has to do for a number of you with food and drink. It could be even something like you're creating, like a menu item. I'm hearing that as well. Like if you've got a shop or something, a cafe, I'm seeing that you're really like focusing on tweaking certain ingredients, and it could be even a healing protocol of some kind, or regimen. Now, for a number of you, I'm hearing there's a very strong focus on the concept of balance, and I'm hearing also hearsay. Okay, so there's possibly a question of, well, where is it that I feel also that I'm taking the space? And at times it's like feedback is important, it's relevant, but there is that focus on the direction and the lead that you take, right? It's like maybe I have a product and maybe I'm testing on a number of people, and maybe there is feedback to that space. So inevitably there will be, there is an audience, I'm here of some kind. That is not really, I'm hearing my token of truth though, in knowing that this is something that actually makes sense for me. Very interesting. So there's something maybe of a space of balancing the concept of, okay, the process of production, and also I'm hearing your promise to yourself. Wow, very interesting. Like, this is my vision with the space, and I'm not going to like let others guide or misguide or re-navigate my original also blueprint with this vision. I'm hearing in this way, like, even again, if there are even environmental factors, it might not be people who are responding to the space, it might be the actual earth. It's like I'm trying to implement this, but the earth is like, it's somehow regenerating, like, and it's resisting. I'm hearing my protocol. So I don't know what that's going to do. So maybe the environment, I'm hearing even historically, energetically, there could be legally, like something is not put in place yet, possibly, and it's like I have to not feel that is deterring me from. I'm hearing also my higher self. Wow, my union with my higher self. I'm hearing that as well. So for whenever there's something you want to create, and it's really very controversial, possibly even, it's really kind of taking a space and like regenerating. All right, so once it's Sagittarius, so I literally just got rid of something that I was like, I've been waiting to get rid of for the longest time. And it's like, okay, when? And it's like, finally, for a number of you, I'm seeing that there's something where you're just like, look, I know I'm going to be really happy once I just like address this. Also, this one thing. And I'm hearing for a number of you, physically, it's something possibly that you're even like, you're for a number of you, big time regenerating. I'm hearing when it comes to your diet and your physical like habits, it's something possibly related to your, I'm hearing your day-to-day, I'm hearing healing protocol, I'm hearing that specifically. There's something that, again, is like really taking on a new form here, regenerating, and it's something that you're perhaps even like, you're creating, you're designing. It could be something that maybe you're taking on into your own hands, and it's very exciting. And so, but there's a strong focus on I'm hearing the archetype of Virgo. This is for a number of you. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, there's something maybe you're releasing from you're I'm hearing, I got rid of that. I'm hearing, and the Hermit in reverse coming through right here. With the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you letting go so long cycle here, baby. Sagittarius, we're talking like, with regeneration, it's finest. The Death card here. The archetype of Scorpio, the 8th house, ruler of the 8th house. Pluto, Mars. Ruling transformation, 9 of Pentacles, and then Gemini. Yeah, so for now, there's something that maybe you're
releasing. Again, I'm hearing cyclically, even the cycle of the moon here with the Two of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so sort of redirecting your space. 1 second, Sarah, we're back. Yeah, it's funny because I'm seeing that there's actually something of a series of steps and stages that you feel is related to this space, and it's like factors that are involved. Like, and I'm seeing that it's related to the strategy in a certain way. It's like, well, let me say it this way. I know that there's this long-term vision that I have. I know that eventually it's going to be let out in this way. But what comes first? I'm hearing and I'm seeing there are a number of factors. You're almost like, okay, there are a buffet of alternatives when it comes to actually addressing this space, this vision, this dream that I have, and it's like, what step do I take first? And I'm hearing it has to do with leadership. Now, if that is the case for an I'm hearing, especially physically, it's like, does this make sense? I'm hearing that as well. Does it make sense to move first in this direction and then try that out? I'm hearing that as well. So it comes down possibly to organizing. I'm hearing also, yeah, in a certain way, and for an area has to do with the physical body and also public self-expression. Love light too, by Sagittarius. Well, give me actually just a second. We may read further on this, but I'm feeling so much, I'm hearing of a desire. Wow, I'm seeing this woman. She's got this beautiful dress on. It is, it's like a turquoise green. You gotta see this. It's too beautiful. Can you see that? I think she's walking out behind the bushes.